Yeah, Scott Higginbotham will be captaining 218. Yeah, really pleased to have him on board, and I approached him about being the captain. Something I've been thinking about late last year, and yeah, just a great man, great Queenslander. He's come back to play his rugby here. He's had success here in the past. He's a humble guy. He has a real good connection with both the young and the old in the team. And he's a very good footballer, so yeah, really pleased. He feels like the right fit.
Why a change in captaincy?
It's a new turn the leaf in it. So I've talked about the Reds last 4 years. I think it was 62 games, we've won 16 of them. So some stuff. This place need to have some changes, and I think that's a positive one. The guys who've done the job here in the past, Samu and Slips, have done a great job. It's not like a reflection against them. They'll continue to lead, but I think he's the right man.
Is there an official group of vice captains or anything like that?
There'll be a vice captain. I haven't really knuckled that down yet, but sure the next couple of weeks we'll sort that out.
It's been somewhat forced, Brad, the renewal you're talking about. Is that sort of the theme going through the club at the moment, just the time to press the refresh button?
Yeah, I just think, just me coming into it, something I learnt with the NRC team too, have been used to losing and being down the bottom. You know, sometimes change is good, and you can just keep doing the same old thing and be happy being where you are, or you can do something about it. And we've got a good guy there to lead the team. Like I said, Samu and Slips have done good jobs before, but I just think Higgins is the right man for the job, and yeah, I'm excited to have him leading that role.
Did you take much notice of his leadership skills when he was down at Melbourne, mate, or is it what he did last year, mate?
I didn't really know him. I'd only played against him. I keep saying I don't have a coaching history. I have a player history, and he was a good footballer. I liked what I saw when he was down at the Rebels. I felt like he brought the best out of him, and the team seemed to gel around him when he captained. But it was more about what I saw this year. Didn't really know him, but he's got a really good way with the guys. You know, that we've got a lot of young people here. He mixes well with them. He mixes well with the senior guys. He played really good footy for us last year. You know, he's got that maturity. 31 years old man there. So no, I'm pleased with him.
It's been a tumultuous off-season, to say the least. How do you handle that as a new coach?
Yeah, it's been solid. That's what I'd call it. A bit of a fixer-upper. So yeah, part of me, if you know anything about me, I guess as a player, sometimes there's a part of me that actually just embraces that, and I actually like to fight, you know. So some things have, you know, happened over the summer, and you sort of go, well, you know, that's not great. That sucks, some of that stuff. But there's this part of me that just goes, good, bring it on. So that's how I want this club to be. I want this club to be up for the fight. And in the situations we come from, we're going to need that as a club. You know, like I said, there hasn't been much success the last 4 or 5 years, and that's how it is. And like I said, so be it. We'll just put our heads down, work hard. You haven't really heard much out of us, I don't think. Marty just put out statements. I'm not a great orator or a massive talker about stuff. I prefer action and you know, so we'll see how we go.
Have you spoken to Carmichael?
Yeah, I spoke to him, and pretty much the day later, and yeah, he was you know, it was not the best chat you want to have with a guy, you know, but it's got nothing, it's sort of outside of, can't really comment on what's going on there, you know, that's getting played out. So yeah.
Have you got plans to have him around here this
Yeah,
year?
well, we've got Lachlan Miranda, we've got Jaden Armanu. We've been, as you've seen, there's been some late comings in the list. So I know John O'Lance can play in that position. We've got young guys like Nick Juiced. So yeah, we'll see where that gets to, but. It's all part of the ball game, isn't it? It'd be great if you're just coaching, but there's welcome to what it is.
Hayden too has been rumoured as a potential win. Is that happening?
Yeah, well, he's been around the joint and he's a very good player. That would be nice if that happened, but that's yet to be played out. So it's probably as much as I can give you. So yeah.
Brad, you've got like an intra-squad trial of sorts tomorrow night. Who are you going to play at fullback there, or who are you going to rotate through fullback to have a crack at it tomorrow night?
Lockie Miranda will be at the back there. I'm pretty sure we got Nick Juiced, Jaden Armanu might get a go. There'll be a few guys who get goes there.
Benny Lucas, perhaps?
He's got a niggle at the moment, so he won't be playing in that. That'll be good. We've been working hard, and we'll see how they go. Two teams are coming together, and I guess you put in that work before Christmas, after, and you get your first taste of some of that hard work paying off. I don't know. We'll find out.
How are you
I guess
approaching
something
it?
a bit more mysterious has been George Smith's situation. What have you been able to ascertain, and if you've had a conversation with George, or what's been cleared up, it seems, from the red side of things?
Yeah, well, he's come in, he's talked to the front, the CEO of the board, and sort of out of our hands. That was in Japan. Something's happened there. The charges have been dropped, but it's probably something we didn't need. He's a really good guy. I know he's pretty disappointed about that situation, and he's fronted the team, and he was very upfront about that, and feeling like that's stuff that we didn't need, and that's where it's at. We're moving forward.
Is your appreciation that he was actually in jail for 18 days in a row?
That's what seems to have happened. You don't want to muck around over there, so it's I've played against George. I've known him for quite a while. He's a top man, but something's happened there, and I know he's probably most of all disappointed about it, but it's sort of moving on.
What was Quinn dropped?
He's still in the squad. He's not with us. But once again, it's just a change. Nick Frisbee, Marcus Vanzetti. There's just a change of direction here. So I thought Quaid last year, I think the team struggled. I guess his game managed, his attack, his defence. He's given his best ever. He's a clubman. He's played over 100 games here. But I just wanted to have a change of where we're going. So
Do you deserve a bit longer to maybe change his ways in under you?
it's just a decision I made. So I'm in this role. Sometimes you got to make tough decisions. Respect him. I played against him for as a Crusader, as an All Black. There's a guy that's played, like I said, over 100 games for this club. He's had success here, so respect to the guy. But we're just going in a different way.
How was that conversation that you?
That was tough. Yeah, it's tough. There's been a few tough ones. So it's just what it is. Yeah.
Can you see any circumstance where he might play for the Reds this year if you haven't rained in a big way at club level?
He's part of the squad, so it's not. It's just footy. So yeah, if there was, a situation that, but at the moment we're going in a different direction. But like I said, yeah, he's still part of the squad.
Will you release him if he gets hurt?
If he had a good opportunity in that, I wouldn't hold him back from taking on something else. It's the least we can do. Like I said, there's a guy there that served this club really well. So, for me, coming into this club for the last 2 years, you want to be very conscious of that and respectful of, what's been done here. So, yeah.
But it's performance-based more so than cultural.
Yeah, it's just a different. There's a young group coming through here. I don't know if people have been watching or whatever, but there's some good talent coming through. There's some senior stuff, and like I said, I felt there's needed to be change here. Been here for 2 years, just quietly doing my thing, and you can just keep rolling along, and it'll be all rosy. Sometimes you gotta, I guess, look at what you're doing and see what you can do there. So, yeah.
Is that what you're leaning towards Carmichael too, mate?
Yeah, like I can't really. I don't want to talk about Carmichael. That's something that's out of our hands at the moment. When that's whatever's done sorted there, then I'll be happy to talk about him. But yeah, there's just nothing. I don't think I should be talking about that situation.
Just what you said before about Quade and the remote possibility that he might. Were you referring to like if injuries meant you needed him, or if his form, if he did something in his play that changed your mind or something like that?
Yeah. What I'm saying is like, we're doing what we're doing now, but yeah, definitely, he's part of the squad. He'll be trying his best with his club rugby, and it's a tough old season, isn't it? So, but yeah, at the moment, like I said, we've got some, some depth around that position. Young Hamish Stewart coming through. We've got Jono Lance. Ben Lucas can play there. Got Tinny Teller. He really impressed me in NRC. You've got young Nick Juiced. There's a bit of stuff there. It's competitive, which is what probably I'm getting a little bit excited about. Is I'm liking the competition in most positions, and I feel like maybe that hasn't been here. And the good teams I've been part of, they're usually competitive. And that's good for the health of the team, in my opinion. Yeah.
How do you approach tomorrow night? Are you going to roll out a first 15 versus a second, or mix it up?
I guess it's a little bit mixed, but it's sort of not long until we play. So ideally, I would have had 2 trial games against Super Rugby teams, but this is what it is. We came in late from NRC. Paul Cross and myself, I can't remember when it finished, early October. It would have been nice with all the other Super Rugby coaches to crack on around August, but this is what was in place. So yeah, what is it, a couple of weeks, and then it's, a big game down in Melbourne, so yeah.
What do you have to get out of the global tens in terms of putting guys under stress and getting a little bit of an indicator of guys being able to back up, I guess, in heat and back up maybe
just
4 or 5
time
times in 2 days?
Time on the pitch, yeah, just playing footy, and I just want to see some competitiveness, some fight, basically. Yeah, so see some footy, see some skill set. But yeah, probably something that maybe I've heard through people or whatever from people who have supported the club or fans is, sometimes not seeing fight, and that doesn't go down well with me either. And I want us to be competing, and we're a pretty young group, as you well know. With people probably not running us too highly. But yeah, I want to see them compete hard and enjoy that form. You know, I played sevens when I first went to rugby, and I really enjoyed sevens. This is tens. It's just a little, it's a change up, you know, something refreshing, and it's a good, what is it, you know, sort of carnival atmosphere, and you know, some fitness and throwing that footy around. So it's good.
You said earlier, Brad, that you're actually embracing all the turmoil that's flying around you, and is that going to be sort of the word that defines it? It's a sheer fight that galvanises that sort of
Yeah.
turmoil that's flying around?
Just for me, like, yeah, you probably get sick of me saying it, but I lean on the experience of the other coaches and all this sort of stuff. But you know, 20 years of playing professional footy, you know, is what I know, and probably a pretty doughy guy. But I did listen and learn and watch coaches, players, experience stuff myself, and this stuff of the game that I think is important. That brings your structure and your skills and all that stuff to life. But if you don't care about it, your mates, you don't care about who you're representing, and you don't have that stubborn drive to just want to, you know, whatever it takes to get the job done. You know, that's the sort of stuff that brings all your footy stuff to life. You know, it's important. So yeah, like I said, the last 4 or 5 years, we're at the bottom. So it's going to be a tough road, you know. We've got young guys. We've got stuff that's happened over summer. We've got some senior guys, and I just want us to get tight and crack on into it. And like I said, you know, you've been from the Broncos the same time as me. So people talk about the finals we won. A lot of times, I loved it. Was like 1999. We lost like 10 straight and won 11 to make the final. We got kicked straight out of the final, but people don't talk about that when they talk to you about the great moments. But that's when you sort of had a fight in front of you and things weren't going your way, and you just had to, you know, stick together. And those are the times I cherish. You know, I really like. They're just as big to me in my memory. I always get talked about winning stuff, but there's, you know, going back to the Highlanders, you know, they've been battling for years, being involved in that in the second year where they turned it around. You know, I like those scenarios. I enjoyed that with country, you know, Queensland country and NRC. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. You know, I don't want to be a guy that's talking a whole heap about that. I'm sure you've noticed. Like, you haven't seen me come out every week doing press conferences. As you put out a statement, I'm pretty low key, but we're working hard, and we'll see what comes.
Thank you very much, Brad. We might just invite Scott.
Okay.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks,
Brad.
Cheers.
Bit of a different joint this year, Scott, as evidenced by, you know, the chat that Brad's just thrown out.
Yeah, look, there's you know, obviously been a bit of turnover in players, coaching staff, but look, it's all positive, and you know, it's a fresh start, I suppose.
How do you feel to be leading that fresh start?
Yeah, look, it's, you know, it's an honour. It's you know, it's something very special, and I think you know, even more so on top of that is to have someone like, you know, Thorny see you in that kind of light. You know, it means a lot to me.
How much will you take out when you led the Rebels a couple of years back, Mark?
Look, it's you know, it was a reasonably similar scenario. I think you know, they had quite a large turnover of players my first to second year down there, and you know, you start fresh with a new coach. That's when Dumper came in down there, and a bunch of new young players, and you've just got to try and you know, get as tight as you can, as quick as you can, and you know, try and build you know, build the foundations and try and build quickly.
Do you think having that C next to your name really sort of makes you play better footy in a sense?
Look, it's it was definitely a learning curve for me down in Melbourne. I think from first to second year, I think I managed that a lot better. And that, I suppose what you're saying, having that experience helps me to, I suppose, get into that rhythm, straight away.
Yeah, it did seem from afar that you seemed very responsible for setting the tone for the team when you were playing in Melbourne as captain. You're in everything, and you had license to mouth off the referees, I suppose, which makes it more obvious. But you were just really involved in the game. Is that something you like and want to bring to this team?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I do like being involved. I think I spent a lot of time as a player, just following and getting that opportunity to lead. I enjoyed that feeling. I think I definitely try to do too much, and that's definitely what I've learned. Is you don't need to always lead from the front, and you don't always need to try and change the game yourself.
You've been one of the most penalised players in Super Rugby. You're going to have to change that habit?
Well, that was that year that I struggled with, yeah. Yeah, look, that's the thing. I mean, that's the year I was talking about. I tried to do too much, tried to influence the game too much, and that's I think I've learnt as a captain that's not always the way to go.
Leading a younger squad, mate, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Mate?
Oh, look, I think it's a great thing. There's a lot of young talent coming through. And there's minds that can be moulded, and players are learning. They're fresh and they're keen to they're keen to achieve their goals, and they're keen to play some good footy.
As captain, I mean, you played a lot of footy with Quade. Have you had a chat with him, or thought that was part of your responsibility as a senior guy or as a mate to have a chat to him and see where he's at?
Yeah, look, I talk to Quade all the time. We grew up together. We've been, coming out of here and since I can't even remember how, 2006 or something. So, and we live down the road from each other now. We lived together when we were first playing for the Reds. I mean, he's a mate. I'd never say anything bad about him. But it was as Thorny said, it's a coaching decision, and that's his call.
Has he heard him?
Oh, look, I think he's. Everyone knows the kind of bloke he is. He's a positive bloke, and if you kept up with his social media, he's out there training and moving forward, and working on himself, working on his game, working on his fitness, and becoming a better person. From what I can see.
Do you have any inkling of what he might be trying to do this year? Do you reckon he'll try and get back into the team, or do you think he'll have something lined up elsewhere?
Look, I honestly don't know. I think he's focusing on himself, and he's taking his time to do that.
Could we be at the start of an exciting new era with players like Hamish Stewart, Izzy Parasi, Duncan Payau, all these young guys?
Yeah, look, that's the plan, and that's Thorny's plan. As you can see, that there's some great talent with these young guys, and the age they are, and if they're playing super footy at this age, I mean, give it a couple of years. I mean, imagine how good they can be. But in saying that, they've already showed great skills and great talent last year.
Thorny mentioned there that George had been quite apologetic and had talked to the team. What effectively did you say to the team?
Oh, look, I mean, that was it. I mean, he was apologetic. He, he's obviously disappointed with what happened, but look, he's back here now, and he started his rehab, and experience like that is priceless, and having him around the team and being able to coach in a way and talk to the other back rowers is what we need.
But you went through similar trouble last year with a lot of off-season field stuff. How does that sort of help you, I guess? It's a fair turnaround just being a captain of the side.
Yeah.
Have you learned something about yourself through that tough time?
Yeah, look, I mean, you just, I don't know, what do you learn? You just move on. That was the main thing I learnt last year. Something happened, but I was playing football the following week.
Was it upsetting some of the stuff that you heard going around? I wasn't on the money?
can't really get upset by what happens or what gets talked about in the media. You've just probably got to not focus on it, and like I said, what I did last year, just focus on my football.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Higgins.
Thanks, guys.
Well played, mate.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Just on